paradox. All right, guys, it's Jahlon, and today we are talking about Ashes of Creation and the creative director letter that came out last night. This is going to be your official Ashes of Creation update from Intrepid Studios for the start of 2021. I also did an update for 2021 earlier this week. If you missed that, it's in the upper right-hand corner. So let's jump to the middle of the letter real quick and talk about Alpha 1 sales. That's really what people were expecting from this letter. And no, Intrepid didn't open up Alpha 1 sales with this letter, nor should they have. Steven has talked a couple of times about Alpha 1 sales reopening, and every time that is met with mixed emotions. Of course, people without Alpha 1, they want in, and letting those people in would be a great decision. If you remember, when Alpha 1 sales closed, there were about 800,000 registered accounts at ashesofcreation.com. Back in October, we found out that there were more than 2 million, but less than 3 million accounts. So at least triple, if not quadruple, the number of people interested in Ashes of Creation have joined the community. Now, people with Alpha 1, they sort of want to get into Alpha 1. And there's this little bit of feeling of resentment. They've waited for several years. There was a little bit of confusion on the verbiage when the suspended versus closed, and then, of course, all the delays. Let's be honest. Is there a path to successfully reopening Alpha 1 sales and keeping everyone happy? Yes, and Intrepid is on that path. The next alpha testing is going to be on February 19th, and that will be under NDA. Intrepid can use that testing data and the testing data from December. They can make sure the servers have grown, matured into their own, and that the backend solutions are holding. And then when they reopen Alpha 1 sales, that's going to be a win-win and everyone will be happy. Okay, I'm sure there's going to be like 9 unhappy people because there always is, but we're just not going to count them. The Alpha 1 sales takeaway here is that they will update everyone on if Alpha 1 sales are reopening, and that update will be in February. No doubt after the February 19th testing session, so they can be sure when they offer Alpha 1, it works well. The huge thing here is the part about where Steven talks about expectations. Intrepid's Alpha 1 is a true developmental alpha. If you are thinking this is an Asian import game, that the game is finished, that the game is completely polished, and that it's in alpha for marketing reasons, you are going to be disappointed. Don't set yourself up to be disappointed. The website update was also confirmed for late February, and we may be getting a sneak peek of that later this month during the live stream. Approval was granted during a casual conversation on the Discord, which is really what makes Intrepid a great studio. They just go onto their Discord and hang out and talk. And so sometimes we find out about stuff as it's happening. Steven didn't really want to onboard people during work from home. And if you remember, everyone assumed that 6-week isolation piece back in March of 2020 was going to last till about the end of April. And by May, everything would be back to normal. Well, since Intrepid lost most of 2020 to work from home, he got over his reluctance to onboard people during work from home, and they onboarded 27 people. Now, that is obviously not as many people as they wanted to onboard in 2020. We had some discussions with Steven in some interviews. He kind of has a hiring schedule, and unfortunately, 2020 threw that to the side. Their current staffing is right around the 90-person mark, which, keep this in mind, guys, 90 people working on a project is way more than an indie developer normally has. Intrepid is also about to start a new hiring cycle. Here are all the positions that they have available. So if you work in the gaming industry or you know people that work in the gaming industry that are looking for a job, you can go ahead and direct them to this slide and the website, and they can go ahead and apply at Intrepid Studios. We did see a lot of art during the creative director's letter. Nothing new, but for those of you that don't follow Intrepid on a daily or even a monthly basis, you saw the dragon and you saw a couple of other pieces. We do know that the Under the Frost cosmetic set will be swapping over next week on the 13th. And we were able to get a few leaks on the ship and the cosmetic that will be coming next month. Now, yes, I know what you're thinking. This boat should be named the USS Crown Royale. All right, guys, and that is it for today. I wanted to do a quick recap of the creative director's letter. And then if you guys have more questions about Ashes of Creation, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can swing by. It's an Ashes of Creation Q&A show. If you have other questions between now and one of my streams, over here, we have ashes101.com. It's sort of an educational website. The site is like lectures and a textbook, and it interlinks with the wiki that's kind of like the library. Until then, guys, you take care, and I will see you next time when we have some Ashes of Creation content we can make a video about. So what we have here is an end screen. I'd like to say a big thank you to all those names scrolling up the right-hand side of the screen. Those are my sponsors over at Patreon. Wouldn't be able to pay the bills without them. For the rest of you, there's videos. Follow the channel, like, subscribe, do all those social media things.